Hello and welcome to Anime Only, where fans can come to talk about the anime adaptations of popular manga. This series will cover the whole of One Piece. My name is Brandon, and I'll be your navigator while we endure these treacherous waters. Today we'll be tackling episode 5, and I'll be honest, this one is not one of my favorites, but let's talk about that. We start this one up with Luffy crash landing after getting shot down at the end of the last episode. And as he stands there, awestruck from his experience, we see our red-headed thief again. But worry not, after some shenaniganry, we get to find out her name is Nami. So I can stop saying our mysterious redhead and just call her by her name. Nami states she only steals from pirates, but she says that as she is actively stealing food from someone's house. So I'm taking what she says with a grain of salt. And we get a whole scene with Nami and Luffy that tells us a few things about Nami pretty much right off the bat. She's not very intelligent and she's ruthless. Kinda reminds me of someone we've met before. She may steal only from pirates, but she'll kill anyone who gets in her way. First thing she did when Luffy landed in front of her, long before she knew he was a pirate, was to offer him up to be killed by Buggy's men who were chasing her. And of course, she continues the trend by then tying Luffy up and walking him to Buggy, blaming him for everything and trying to join Buggy's crew in some half-brained plan she's concocted. Speaking of, let's get into her plan, yeah? So, Nami. She has the map to the Grand Line. The thing she was after, mind you. Her pursuers don't know where she is, and she has an offer from someone to take her off of the island. It's a perfect opportunity. And instead, her brilliant mind decides, I'll give Buggy the map, and this random guy that Buggy's probably never even seen before, infiltrate his crew, and when no one is looking, I'll steal the map back and leave. And I'm flabbergasted. She's been portrayed as this clever sneak thief, wearing disguises and lying low to get close to her mark. And when we meet her, she has the most cockeyed plan, which very quickly goes awry. This is an instance I'd like to hear from the manga crowd. Does this play out the same as in the manga? Because it's driving me nuts. Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and ring the bell for more frivolous questions like this from me. Moving on from Nami and her possibly psychotic tendencies, let's talk about Buggy and his definitely psychotic tendencies. Buggy also continues this unsavory trend in the anime where people say something and the person they're talking to thinks they say something so different, it's ridiculous to assume that's what was said. This one is about Buggy's nose being big and red or something. Earlier with Alvida, I feel it worked more. The line that was said there about a barrel monster at least works with what she heard. Here, however, it doesn't even get a smile out of me. It's not funny, and I don't like it. That being said, this scene does show that Buggy doesn't around. If he feels slighted, even in the tiniest bit, he will kill you. And he has a devil fruit, the Chop Chop fruit, which lets him get cut up and reassemble himself. A natural foil to the likes of Zoro. And with Luffy bound in a cage, Buggy looks to be a more formidable foe than the likes of Alvida or Axe-Hand Morgan. However, he seems to suffer from idiot syndrome as well, because Zoro flips his cannon over, and Buggy and his goons just stand there, like, no, how can I ever escape this situation in time? Luckily, we cut to black and hope the next one's better. And that was episode 4 of the anime adaptation of One Piece. This episode does very little, in my opinion, to further our plot, except introduce us to both Nami and Buggy, who, whether I like it or not, will end up being important moving forward. Zoro was absent for most of the episode, and Luffy was almost silent the whole time. So, this is the first episode I would say I just don't like it. And subsequent watches, I'll probably skip this one. Of course, I would still urge first time viewers to watch every single episode, just to enjoy the journey. We'll get more into filler episodes when a real filler pops up. And with that, I would be interested to hear what you think about this episode, and or this video on said episode. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos, and I just want to thank the now 9 subscribers that we've added to the bloat. So, welcome, and don't be shy about leaving comments, giving any thoughts or opinions on my videos, or anime in general, or just to say hi to the rest of the bloat. I'm going strong, and I'm continuously learning better ways to make these videos, and to include you, the viewers, in my plans moving forward. So, thanks again, and I hope to see you in the next one.